Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do the LCD replacement on a OnePlus One. Here's the tools that you'll need: a metal spudger, a plastic spudger, some tweezers, a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver. You'll also need a razor blade and the SIM ejector tool. So we're going to start by ejecting the SIM out and the SIM tray, and then we're going to take the razor blade and start working our way along the sides to pop off the back. So once you got the back off, we're going to remove all 6 screws for the bottom plate, which holds the speaker down. So there'll be 2 screws hidden underneath 2 little rubber pieces. Just use the tweezers to take them out, and then you can loosen the screws. So then we're going to move up to the top where there are 9 screws. I always suggest laying out the screws for this phone just so that you'll remember exactly where to put them afterwards, as some of them are at different sizes. So once you've got all 9 of the screws out, you can take your flathead screwdriver and start removing the volume button and the power button, as they are adhered down to the frame. And then we're going to take our metal spudger and pop off your loudspeaker and the little plastic plate down there, as well as the upper plastic plate that holds down your motherboard and everything. We're going to take the plastic spudger and start disconnecting all of the connections here for your battery, charge port, and digitizer. Then we're going to take our plastic spudger and use it to pry up the battery. It's adhered down, so just be a little careful with it not to pierce it. Then we're going to remove a little plastic tape at the bottom, lift up the charge port ribbon to remove the charge ports. And then we're going to take this vibrate motor, your microphone, as well as the connection for your loudspeaker. There's a small cellular antenna wire actually connected to the bottom of this one, so just make sure you're careful when you're removing that. And then we're going to take this plastic tape off that is actually keeping your antenna wire in place on the frame. We're going to remove 1 screw from the motherboard and use our plastic spudger to disconnect the LCD from the motherboard. Now we can use the plastic spudger to pry up the motherboard and just kind of wiggle it out. So once you've got that removed, grab your new screen and we're going to start transferring over your ear speaker, the foil that's underneath the motherboard. Just transfer that over onto the same spot on your new screen. Don't worry about making it perfect, just as long as some of it's there. And now we can start putting our motherboard in. So the most annoying part is really just feeding this little tiny antenna wire through the bottom hole there. And then you can place the motherboard in, push it down until it seems like it's fitting properly. Connect your LCD ribbon, put the motherboard screw back in the bottom left corner. Now we can start installing everything else. This is the microphone, loudspeaker connector, vibrate motor, ribbon here. Now we can just fish the wire through. Grab the tweezers, kind of pull it through, but be extra careful and just make sure that the wire stays in its little groove. As you can see, it took me a few tries. Then we can connect the little connection onto the ribbon. And now we can start adhering down our little connector ribbons and put the plastic tape back along the antenna wire. Install the charge port, and now we can place the loudspeaker and plastic plate back on. Make sure it clicks in, and put in the 6 screws at the bottom. Just grab those two little rubber guys and just put them right back where they belong. And take your black plastic tape and just put it at the bottom there. And then we can start reconnecting all of our connections. Just make sure everything's connected before you put it back together. And then we can grab our battery, connect it, take our upper plastic plate and put it back on, click it in, and start putting your 9 Phillips screws back in. Once you've got all the screws in, you can take your back and actually clip it back on. First, you'll just want to make sure that your power button and your volume buttons aren't in the way, so just make sure that there's a little bit of adhesive holding them in place. As long as that's done, you can clip your back in place and put your SIM tray back in, turn the phone on, and you're done. Thanks again for watching. Like and subscribe, leave a comment. I always try to answer them. And yeah, follow my other social medias if you want to. I have a Facebook page as well as a Instagram page. Thanks. Bye.